when Nick Kyrgios could face Jannik Sinner at the Australian Open after 2025 draw made. Melbourne Park is the next stop on the comeback tour for Kyrgios as the 29-year-old strives to put 18 months of injury hell behind him. Kyrgios feared his career could be over after the Australian had surgery on a wrist injury in September 2023 but returned in December 2024. Yet Kyrgios did not hide from the headlines through his lengthy layoff, as the Canberra native often directed digs at the reigning Australian Open champion after Sinner tested positive for the banned substance clostebol. It is banned as it increases athletes' physical performances. The pair since often clashed to see Kyrgios and Sinner have a fractious relationship after the latter failed 2 drug tests. The International Tennis Integrity Agency argued the Italian was not at fault for the positive tests during Indian Wells for clostebol, which is banned by WADA. Kyrgios believes Sinner should have been banned, and he is rarely afraid to share his feelings on the matter since the ruling last August. But the pair have, so far, avoided each other in any tournament since Sinner beat Kyrgios 7-6, 6-3 at the ATP Masters 1000 Miami in April 2022. That could now change, however, after the first-round draw for the 2025 Australian Open, as Kyrgios and Sinner could eventually cross paths at Melbourne Park. It would be their second meeting on a court after the 2022 Miami Open, as Sinner withdrew from Indian Wells 2022. Doubts linger over the Australians' involvement after Kyrgios sustained an abdominal injury ahead of the Australian Open. The injury forced the 29-year-old to back out of his pre-event exhibition game with Novak Djokovic, but Kyrgios is still expected to play at Melbourne Park. Ex-ATP Tour World No. 33 John Millman has suggested the draw for the 2025 Australian Open was relatively kind for Kyrgios after getting Jacob Fearnley in the first round. The British 23-year-old flew to Melbourne at a career-high 86th in the world and is still to win an ATP title. Fearnley could be Kyrgios' first foe in the way of facing Sinner in the Australian Open final, as the now bitter rivals are on separate sides of the draw. Reigning champion Sinner will begin the Italian's defense of the 2024 Australian Open men's singles title by playing Nicolas Jarry. It is only possible for Kyrgios and Sinner to play each other at Melbourne Park if both reach the 2025 Australian Open men's singles final. Below, the Tennis Gazette has listed potential routes for the rival players to reach the final, scheduled to be held on Sunday, January 26.